All right.
What's good, bro?
Live, live. What's up? What's up?
I'll ask you,
So
man. How you
go
been, bro?
ahead. Uh Good, man. I just got back. Today is what day is today? Thursday, the 27th. I just got back from my first yoga class that I have been to in forever down at the gym. They moved to a new space and had my first yoga class there. Dude, it was so nice. It was
Yeah,
nice
that
to
kind of that kind of caught me off guard when you said that. I was like, I never heard you say that before.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's nice to change things up and get talked to by the lady that loves like worshiping crystals and
Ooh, okay.
chakras. And yeah, it's kind of
Are you
like
all
a,
are you all aligned
I
now?
know, I think I might be. I think I
Is
might have a
Mercury
new,
is Mercury in is Mercury in retrograde? Are you
that's
just
right.
feeling like off right now?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, is it a full moon out?
You
Like, am
just
I
gotta
about to
hold the
turn
courts,
turn
spin
into a
around three
werewolf?
times.
Yeah.
I don't know how that shit works.
Yeah, me neither. Like some
That's
sort of
funny.
ritual. But yeah, man, it was nice. Chelsea and I went together. It was cool. And came back. We just made some homemade pizza, which actually came out a lot
Oh,
better than
big time.
expected. Yeah, it was
Just the
solid. And
oven?
then yeah, we just put it in the oven. And
For
then
sure.
tomorrow we're headed down to Santa Barbara for the weekend for a little coaching and kind of thankfully she's actually gonna come down. So we'll bring Chelsea and Nala down for the weekend out of Santa Barbara.
For sure. Speaking of Santa Barbara, one of my updates is kind of a bummer. The owner of the boat company was so um was so vague and just like giving when it came to comping people on the boat. And dude, people have been abusing it so bad for so long that they just changed the policy. So it was kind of a bummer now that I was able to comp people all the time and it was like cool. And I was actually able to claim ignorance. I went to the operations manager once I saw the message in the group chat for the whole captain crew WhatsApp group, whatever. And I was like, dude, I apologize, man. It was like genuinely ignorance. My offer letter said that you can have two free comps a month. And I genuinely asked the wrong person at the beginning of like being hired. I was like, yo, how do you do this? And he's like, just book whatever you want. Just go on and throw people on. And now this makes so much sense. Like the light bulb turned on in my head. The only way we were supposed to comp people was the day before or the day of. So when he would say, yeah, just go on a boat whenever, he would mean like if you're on a date on Front Street or you work your way down to the boating area like sunset time. And if there's availability, the booking, it gives the company more time to book it. So I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, no shit. Of course, 2, 3 weeks out, I could throw you on the boat because that's not fair to like the business. Like if I were to check the day before, that's the real tell. That's given
Right.
all the opportunity for the company to make money. And it's in the interest of the crew to get comps. They love comps. You know why? Because they tip so fucking good because
Yeah.
they paid nothing. So the money's going to the crew, not the company. So I felt kind of shitty because I had 5 comps yesterday and there was a miscommunication and Jasmine had decided not to go because side note, her twin just, Jade just had her baby. So I was an uncle already to Ayla, but now there's the newborn Atlas. So big shout out to her and my new nephew.
Funkle times two, baby.
Right. I was first time I ever held a newborn. So check that off the list. So nervous, like little hands and shit. And dude, it was crazy. Uh she changed him and we were like they were saying the story about how the baby as a boy it's harder to change because they could just piss on you and it's like a weapon. So I was literally holding like a baby wipe over blocking just in case because it was like a team effort while they were changing him. And anyways, so Justin
Was
didn't want to
this
go on the boat.
hold on before you go. Is this baby experience that you had? Is that giving you baby fever or is that giving
Not
you
at
the
all.
opposite?
Not at all. I'm so not ready, dude. I have so many problems.
Oh,
Me and Jasmine, like we got stuff we got to work through. Like there's all sorts of shit, man. So like I'm not ready to bring a child into this world. And I take being a dad very serious because everybody and their mother knows about my view with my boy Scott. But anyways, Jackson didn't want to go on the boat because she wanted to be there with Jade and the baby. So I was like, all right, for sure. So I took her off of the booking. Well, little did I know they decided to replace her without telling me. So 5 people go on the boat and there's only 4 slots. So because the comp policy changed, ring ring ops manager, hey, we can't comp this person. What's going on? Fucking spotlight on me the first day I've ever taken advantage. So it like added fuel to the fire. So I was like worried about getting in trouble. And I wasn't, but it just didn't help that this is another situation where, but this story doesn't end here, bro, because remember my tax guys that I got, I comped the son who was on his honeymoon with his wife, right? Well, they told me they were going to come to Maui end of October, early November. And I was like, well, I'll see what I can do to get you guys on the boat. And this policy just changed. So I'm like, fuck. Like me comping their son saved me $575 on my taxes for the services provided by them. I paid my 800, but like them charging me, billing me the invoice, right? It was 50% discount. So I'm like, I can't miss this opportunity to like really show them like I got you and like the working relationship. I I have goals to like really sit down with somebody and say like help me build from the ground up. I don't want to keep just doing trial and error. If I have to spend a lot of money to get real financial help, I'm interested. And this guy Jeff, shout out Jeff if he ever listens. It'd be funny if he heard this after the fact, but it's business. I want to work with him. I want advice. I want to do things right. So this is just all funny and it's all current events, man, that they're here next week. And I talked to the ops manager today or yesterday, and it didn't help too because I just took advantage. And I'm like over here asking. It's a
Asking
part
again.
here. I didn't even tell you the kicker. It's a party of 8 coming.
Good.
So it's like, fuck, it's even worse. So,
Yeah. It's not
um,
like you two guys that you could sneak on last minute
no, and they call them
or
stowaways, right? I'm sure you're familiar with the lingo.
yeah.
They say no stowaways after they do the roll call. They like look around. It's like, well, you got away with it because we're just did head count after we pulled out. Um, but they're coming next week, and I was just told that they're willing to comp 4 of them, and then we have to wait till the day of to see if there's any more slots. And then if there are, they can walk on and for free, or if not, they can't.
Damn, so you
So
still finessed at least half
I
of them,
did,
huh?
I did,
Wow.
but the guy Jeff, I've given him my number a couple times. He hasn't called or texted. Maybe he's just we're not there yet, and he wants to stick with the email. And it's so much back and forth that I called today, and the secretary was like, "He's not in office." I'm like, "Fuck!" I just need to tell this dude because there's Friday, Saturday. Like, I don't know what they're doing. I feel like a concierge. What's your itinerary? Am I gonna book it? Whatever, whatever. So, and I need to tell them that. Anyways, we're just getting too deep.
I'm
Whatever.
sure the
Know the
money
story now.
man taking the vacation to Maui could probably pay for his own if like push came
Oh,
to shove, Like
I
I'm
I
sure the
don't doubt
guy,
that.
yeah.
I
I
don't
get
doubt
that he
that.
like would probably appreciate the hookup, but I'm sure he's doing all right. So
So I kid you not. Um, this might not be the smartest thing in the world, but I told Thomas yesterday, the ops manager, I was like, yo, if I gotta pay full price and just tell him it's comped, it's full circle. So like it could just be 400, $500 on me, and then that's still less than what I would have owed for
right.
hooking, you know what I mean? So if worst comes to worst, I think I'd be willing to do that. Jackson wouldn't agree, but it is what it is.
Damn, dude. So you got a lot of stuff going on at work over there.
I mean, that's not a lot, bro. That's one day. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm about to deploy I this in I guess what is it? 2 weeks from today. I'll be
Damn,
in. We
Modern
headed
Warfare 2
out.
comes out, and then you just like, fuck it. I don't want to play. I want to do
Yeah.
it in real life.
No, our deployments are like beach vacations to Central America. It's not the same.
I
It's
know. I
definitely
was
not the
just, it
same.
sounded
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Thanks. I
Just trying to
appreciate
hype you
that.
up. Yeah.
Made me sound cooler. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. He's the one on the back, on the boat,
Yeah, right.
not
Oh,
search
the
and rescue.
chopper.
He's out here.
Yeah.
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 A team.
That's right. That's right. What else is new, man? What else is going on? How's the fam?
Dan has been working on Why So Grim designs, and I got some cool stuff that's come in. So once he's working on my thumbnail, and I'm ready to start cranking out videos, bro. I put all that money down, have all the things that I need, and I'm very excited to kick that off. That's gonna feel real good to, bring it to fruition.
Well, Halloween's on Monday.
Right,
You
right.
got plans? Have you figured anything out yet?
Nah, dude. I haven't really been in a good place, so I'm kind of just out of whack. Spooky seasons, whatever. I haven't watched shit. I'm just like, whatever. I got more important things to worry about right now. So,
Your chakra's off then, man. You need to go to yoga.
I
Where's your
I was
crystals, bro?
holding the wrong crystal when I went to bed,
Yeah.
and it's just totally thrown off my aura.
Tell you what. What's your
Feeling like
sign?
really red right now.
What's your sign? Yeah.
I'm Aquarius, Virgo /
Yeah.
Aries. Uh,
Something rising. What is it?
I don't know. Oh, oh no, I forget. Moon rising.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
it is.
feel the bad moon rising.
That should be the intro song right
Yeah.
there.
Oh, shout out everybody that got this far on the podcast. You guys didn't hear before we hit record. I'm faded, so that's why it's been a little fun.
Um, yeah, man. I guess the other thing too is I'm stoked that the next one that we're gonna do, we're bringing my buddy John on,
I
Dr.
was
John.
trying to figure out who it was on your Instagram. I was low key creeping. I was
Yeah,
like seeing on your
we
page if
we're
I'd seen this
so
dude
dude,
before.
we're so bad at taking photos together. We've got like maybe two in the
That's like the
past
real
like 8
friends.
years. Yeah,
You
it's
just
crazy.
never.
But he used to live right down the street from me. The man's been in school from like the day he was able to go to school at the age of 4 or 5, and then just barely finished school with his PhD like last year or the year before.
How'd you know this dude?
So he lived down the street from me in like middle
Well,
and
you
high
moved
school.
hella times.
Yeah. So in Maryland, where I finished middle and high school, we met him like when I was in 6th grade, and then we've been really good friends ever since. Him and my brother always hang out, and our like families are relatively like close. My brother will go to their house all the time for parties and birthdays and whatnot. So
For sure.
they still hang, but he lives in Philly. So it'll be crazy. We'll like span the whole, you'll be in Hawaii, I'll be in Cali, and then he'll be on the East Coast. So it'll be like a 6 hour time swing from the time that we start recording on
I'll uh I'll do it on my lunch break. We gotta figure it out. I gotta go early in the day to make that shit happen. Poor guy's gonna be up too late. Yeah.
that guy's a night guy though. Like he's not a
Okay.
morning
All
person.
right. Fuck him.
So
Whatever. Just kidding.
damn it. Wait, so you're still flying home for Thanksgiving though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's probably good. You probably need that.
Big time. Yeah. Oh. Kind of cool. You know the Filipino comedian Joe Coy?
Yeah.
I just got tickets for his show in Oahu.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was like asking Gail and Harvey if they were down, and Jackson didn't say no, so I was like, all right, let's do this. And I got tickets today, and then I felt like I fucked up because I didn't realize they had a pre-release. So I basically, got was it I get scalp tickets? Is that how you say it, or I bought it through a scalper? How do you say it? Like the
So you
verbiage.
you bought tickets that like another person bought and is
Yeah,
reselling
yeah,
to
yeah.
you? Yeah, so you bought tickets off a scalper.
Scalper, right? Okay, I didn't know if it was a verb
Yeah.
too. So then I was like, damn, I spent, like $975 for 4 tickets. It was like 240, 180 plus taxes, and I always do insurance, so 240 each. And then I was like, damn, like did I just get ripped off and everybody has to pay more because of me? And then I had Isabel. I had forgot about her. I should have asked her. We could have done
Damn.
5 together. Yeah. Didn't think about it. So at noon when the next sale dropped today, it was only singles. So I did the right thing. So we're all together in the same section. So that first pre-sale must have just wiped out all the, just rows and rows and flipping them.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's crazy that that's that much to go see him though. That's
Well,
nutty.
I even asked one of my coworkers and she's like, those are mainland prices. Like Miami was like $89 a ticket from like the same location of an arena. And I was like, all right, cost of living.
Yeah.
Econ, right? COLA, cost of living
Yeah.
adjustment.
They don't give you that. They don't give you that down
Oh,
there.
speaking of education, God's good, bro. He really switched up my work situation. I don't have to work with that lady anymore. The one that was like really
Did
affecting me,
she,
man.
did she leave? Did she get
Nah,
a new?
no, no, no. They just reassigned me. I had a new job offer that I had to sign on Monday, and now I'm gonna start learning accounting. So today I was learning about vendor invoices and vendor batching, and I'm gonna learn QuickBooks. And it's like I already know so much of this business, like from operations. I've never really done back end, and now I'm gonna start. I already did payroll, so I understand fundamentally how that works. It's pretty simple, but real accounting is what's on my radar now and on my to-do list. So I'm really excited about that.
You're hitting up a little P&L sheet, then you're gonna get all excited about
Well,
finance.
yeah, I didn't know how to do that, but I knew I wasn't making money.
Dude, I've got a call with one of my buddies who he actually got out of the Coast Guard. His name's Pat on Monday, and he started working for himself through like Northwestern Mutual, I think is what the bank's called. And he's like doing the thing where he like reaches out to a lot of us and is like, hey, do you want to like set up it's basically like a financial advisee, but it's weird. Like the people, like my buddy, he isn't getting paid like through your money. It's really like hard for me to explain. He essentially gets paid
Just like a
by like
pyramid scheme.
regardless. It's dude, it really sounds like it, doesn't
It's a
it?
pyramid scheme or it's multi-level marketing,
Yeah,
and
but
he's getting other people to sign up and he's making money off of him, and
I
then
don't
they
think
do their
but
thing.
they don't make any money off of you signing up though, which is weird to me. They
So
make
what?
no
He's just
money
getting
off of
leads.
you. I guess they are getting leads, and then I think that like maybe they like bonus or something, but I don't think that their base salary is based on that at all, which is really interesting.
Wait, I forgot where this was going. What about this guy? You were just
So,
explaining P
well,
and
yeah,
L. Is that what
he's
we were
he's
saying?
a buddy of mine, but I was just gonna say he just got engaged, dude, and it was
Oh,
like
hell
super
yeah.
exciting for him that he
Oh,
was.
that was all irrelevant. That was
Yeah, I
just you
know. It was
prefacing who he was.
well, but we have a financial talk on Monday coming up, and he was the
Oh,
guy that was telling me like be smarter about the way you invest and dollar cost average. When your dad said
oh,
that,
dad.
he
Yeah, dude.
he was like,
Reinforce that.
I know, he was so stoked. But I like have started
Like,
to do
okay,
it
cool
now.
guy.
I know, right?
Let's
trying
go.
trying to be
Big
better,
brain.
man.
Big
Trying to
brain
be
energy.
better. But man, and you know what else too is I started looking down and at some real estate down in Florida also. Oh my
Mm.
gosh, dude, things are so fucking expensive right now. Still everywhere. It's so much money to buy anything right now. I was like looking at the market, I was like, fucking A, man. There's no way that like if it stays the way it is, I'll be able to do anything besides like buy either a shithole or rent a
A
okay
condo.
place, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
It's just gonna be really tough. I'm hoping that the economy and all that kind of starts to level out. We kind of meet something that is a little better, but people are feeling it, man. People at work are feeling it too. Like people are like talking about how they're having hard times, like filling their tanks up. They're like, with the holiday season rolling around, people are worried about getting gifts for their kids for Christmas and stuff,
Yeah, that's heavy,
buying
bro. That
turkeys.
sucks.
Yeah, man. It's real heavy. It's real heavy stuff. And then tomorrow too, to stay on the heavy note, we have this ceremony. It's called the 1705 memorial ceremony, which 1705 is the plane number for a plane that crashed down in Southern California. That the pilots and aircrew were from Sacramento, so up where we're at. So we're gonna like do this thing where you like bring like flowers up, and it's the I forget what anniversary it is. It's the 20 some odd anniversary, and then we're doing like a 5K run after it tomorrow for work.
Fundraiser?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a fundraiser, but maybe it
No.
is because we had to buy t-shirts. So
So yeah, I would have gone.
yeah.
Interesting.
But good cause, man. But all that stuff is scary. It like makes you think like, damn, dude, there's like it could all like go away like that fast. And they were operating in a place that we fly all the time.
You're
And they
just
had
talking
a
like mortality. Is that what you mean?
yeah. And they had a they basically collided with a formation. So like two Navy or excuse me, Marine Corps helicopters. They like hit them and went down.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
What a
it's
scary way to go.
for sure, man. For sure, a scary way to go. So
Well, on a happier note, Gail and Harvey's wedding was awesome, man.
yeah,
Yeah, I was stressing, bro. It was hilarious. I was working, man. When I was hanging out the night before, I was like, "What time do you guys want me to be around? Like, is there anything I can do? Pick up stuff?" I had picked up the pizzas for like the little bachelor party the other day. I was more than willing to be an errand boy, whatever, you know. Harvey and Gail helped me a lot on my wedding day, you know, so I appreciate them. And I got there a couple hours early, bro. The second I got there, there was so much shit to do. So I'm like, okay, put my bag down. I had brought a blunt that I pre-rolled for Harvey's dad because he's a big smoker and I wanted to be homies with his dad. Uh and I had brought eye drops and then like a gentleman's jack. That was like my little treat towards the end of the party. Um but when I got there, Ka'anapali Shores is where me and Jasmine had modeled like 2 weeks ago. So that whole crew owns the banquet department. So I was seeing all of them and they recognized me. And the reason I even got the lead to the modeling gig was because Auntie Angie, Gail's mom, right? Full circle, all the puzzles. Yeah. So um I was wiping down tables, bro. All these round tables. I'm like getting a rag, wetting them, cleaning them off, throwing the white tablecloths, putting the runners, bringing up, sweating, bringing up boxes of all the centerpieces and shit. Like I was working with them, asking Nathan, the manager, what's next. I was taller than the Filipino dude, so I helped string up the lights. It was like hilarious. I'm
You
like,
kind of sound like what we were doing at your wedding while
yeah,
you
I'm
were mad
fucking
stressing.
moving, man.
Yeah.
It was a good time. We had a lot of fun. I'm kind of a binge drinker, bro. I was figuring that out. Like, I barely drink, but if I do, I'm way too drunk by the end of the night.
I think I'm probably like that too. Where like now it's like it's very rare, and then when I do, I'm trying to like go have a good time, like kind of get after it
Right.
for better for worse. Um, did you? So we should probably talk about what we had go on the other day too, and be open about that. The other day, which was yesterday, or the day before, I guess
Oh,
I
you
probably
trying to beef it out again?
yeah no. Well, I think I probably kind of came at you sideways a little bit. So full transparency, the other day I like um we tried to record a session and then like during the day Alex was like, oh, let's do it around lunchtime. And then I was like, okay, cool. Like I can do like one, I think I said like 1:15 or two or something, or to like 2:30 your time. And then I like asked him if that was cool with him. And I guess he didn't say anything. And then right around like the time that we would have started recording, he was like, nah, sorry, I can't. And I was like, oh, it's fine. And then yesterday I had like tried to I like asked for something about like clarification for a time when we were gonna try and record today. And then I didn't hear anything. And then I was like, damn, dude. I was like, fuck, I like need like more out of you. I was like, I don't want this to fall off. I like need some more out of you. And then you basically like explain about all the like hoops you're jumping through. And I guess probably a lot of it came from like the last 2 weeks, how it was like kind of MIA for a little bit. And then we like kind of came back to doing it and haven't really like hashed out what's going on because you either may not want to talk about it or it may not be like the time to do so. But I was just like, fuck, man, like we need to like get this done because I didn't want it to fall off and I wanted to make sure that we got a plan together for when everything happened. And then you sent me a screenshot of legit like saying like exactly what days we were gonna go. And I was like, well, I guess he's got a point. And then I guess I just felt like there was not as much like I don't know, not as much energy towards it that there was prior to like the going MIA. And maybe that's like the best way to put it is there's like a lot of energy and momentum, I think, going into that. And then like all of a sudden we kind of dropped a lot of it. And then had to, I don't want to say restart, but like we had to kind of get back into the groove again. So I guess you can go ahead and chat about what you kind of thought about it too.
I mean, I don't know. I uh I got a lot of shit going on. So I um I got pretty hot about it. And I also just I don't want to come across a dick, but like I got a lot of shit going on, and I've made that clear. And I may have not given specifics, but I had my first therapy session yesterday. I got shit or 2 days ago, whatever. And I'm working through shit. So I got a lot of shit going on at home. Um and then shit at work was whack. And then now things are changing. So work is a big deal to me, and I'm salary, and I'm thankful that I still have my job. So for me, it's like when it comes to what the podcast is to you and what it is to me, it's fun for you and it's a lot of work for me. So even like this kind of shows me a little too that like for you, as willing as you are, you're kind of like able to sit back and like enjoy what this is. And for me, it's becoming more of a chore. Not that I'm not enjoying it, but I'm not in a good place. So, you were clearly frustrated when I went MIA. So I was like, okay, I apologize. I apologize privately and publicly. So just knowing that, um, I kind of wanted to bounce back from that. And, I was like, all right, we got Hen who we want. Let's work backwards. I didn't want you to get gypped because you're brothers, so we got your boy on. And we had all this shit planned out. So for me, I'm juggling a lot. So I kind of had how you been bro in the bag. So I was like, that shit got me pissed because that's just not the case. And I know how you feel. I'm not gonna say that your feelings aren't valid or whatever, but it's just a different perception. And even today, bro, I wasn't like in the headspace I wanted to, but I know how you feel and I know how you are about this. So I was like, all right, so I'm gonna get faded. I'm gonna have fun. Um, and uh, and that's just it. So like for me, since this is kind of like an indefinite thing, I'm like, if I'm not in a good headspace, that's why I kind of said the whole faking it shit. I'm not not I'm not faking this. I've had a good conversation with you, but we're also not talking about the kind of shit that wouldn't be enjoyable to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're doing well and you got your shit going on and I'm happy for you. And I'm just not in the same place. So it's like if you got all that shit like figured out and stuff, then that's what's up. But I I also did feel like I was like helping lead this and I still kind of do because like you're saying like the energy that I had like like just from start to finish from concept, like tunnel vision. I made a lot of shit happen and then you match the energy and you put money down. So I appreciate that and I appreciate this, for what it is. But then if we're real too, like me and you didn't really know each other like that. Like we talk like every other month, but like this is like I talk about a best friend. I don't talk to my best friend like this. I don't check in with him weekly. So this is kind of like foreign too. Is I'm like I'm happy to, but like I'm in a position where every single week I gotta give you like how I'm doing. And you know, if I'm not doing good, then what? It's like it's about content and it's about consistency. So it's like, all right, man, I don't know what I'm gonna give you, but I'll give you what this is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
And my mouth
honestly,
is dry as fuck right now. Sorry.
yeah, it's all good. I think too, you may not be ready to chat about it, but when the time comes, I think it'll probably help out, kind of bouncing some stuff off or at least just getting it kind of off your chest. I'm sure when you talked to the therapist the other day, I'm sure that helped. Like whether you talked about what was going on directly or indirectly.
I was straight up
Um,
with him. I was like, I've been through therapy before. I know that you only know what I want you to know. So I'm just gonna kind of be real with you straight up. Like trying to explain something to somebody in 45 minutes, man, I'm way too complicated for that shit. I got way too much going on. So I kept saying to him, and it was kind of cool. Like I treated him like I'm not trying to be your friend. And that's something that I feel like therapy gets weird is like, this dude's not my friend. I don't have to get him to like me. I don't need to win him over. Like the way that I would treat literally everybody else, I'm not gonna treat him like that because it's like I said it to him. So it kind of felt like empowering a little bit too. Like, yo, let's just keep this for what it is. Like, um, and there's just so much backstory. So it was like I'm going off and off. I'm watching him take notes, and I'm like, "You're gonna learn this. You're gonna learn this about like." I'm just trying to be as real as possible, and I was aggressive because I know that I'm inconsistent. So if that was a time that I felt vulnerable, I just used it, and maybe I won't do it again, but at least still have a better picture of who I am.
yeah, well, painting the good picture, I think is wise. I think that there's no, and people aren't on all the time, man. I've been having, you have days, I have days, everybody's got days. So, and the times that we do chat, it's not always, happy and rainbows. Sometimes there's a little bit of doom and gloom or like downs, not even like all negative, but some things going on that I either do bring up or don't based on, what I want to present and share as well. Um, so I can understand kind of having a little bit of a filter. I will say that I think that for me personally, if I'm a listener, I think that the best content comes out when it is unfiltered though, and you get that kind of real perspective.
Oh, for sure. I
As
don't feel
much
uncomfortable
as
at all.
yeah,
Like you just threw me off last time, but I was ready for it this time.
yeah. But yeah, I think that that's the best way to do it. And we have been talking about doing some cry like a man stuff. If you wanted to hit on a couple of those things today too, we could
I mean,
even.
yeah, it's been so long too. My fucking memory is hilarious. I was like, damn, that shit was fresh as fuck. But
I took a
I
couple
did put stuff.
notes. Yeah.
I did the same.
You want to start? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at my phone. I forget. Where did I put it? Oh, here we go. Okay, so basically, Cry Like a Man was written by Jason Wilson. It's called Cry Like a Man Fighting for Freedom from Emotional Incarceration. And what's cool is there was a viral video of a boy trying to punch like a board, and he got emotional and he cried. And there's just an awesome video. And this is actually what Joe Rogan saw. I didn't know that Jason Wilson was on his podcast. And it was like he saw this video of this boy, and the boy was just like not going 100% from fear of hurting his hand. And when you watch the video, Jason explains the boy had done it before, but now that it was the test and all eyes were on him, he messed up. And then his emotions and crying. And then I even saw like the top comment was how amazing it was that he kneeled down. So he was like eye to eye with the boy. And he didn't stand from a taller place looking down on him. And he like works him through. He talks about in this country, you need to be a strong black man. He talks about like relationship with God, and it was like really dope. So I forgot that that was this guy. I thought that was really funny. This is my memory shit. So like I had seen that video forever ago. We read this book, and doing my research on the guy after, I was like, wow, okay, this is
I had
that's
no
who this
idea that
guy
that was
is.
him because I've seen that
Yeah,
video too.
yeah, that's him,
Yeah.
bro. So um I have some notes here. He talks about like a father wound, like when you don't have a male role model, and that's something that I can't relate to. So like understanding what he didn't have, I was like, this is rough. And I can let you have the mic. I don't know if you have like want to touch really quick on like his story, or if you had situations, because he goes into multiple like crazy life experiences.
Yeah, so he had a bunch of crazy life experiences, and I think that kind of one of the more general notes for me was that like I am not a religious person. Like I'd say almost maybe not total opposite of you, but more so opposite of you than we are in most things. Is I'm not a super religious person, and when I was reading the book, I was like, it's interesting that he drew a lot of his energy from like his belief in God and all these other things. And it was pretty interesting. But he also said like it doesn't have to be that where you draw it from. Like for him, it happened to be that, but it could also be like a belief in karma or belief in like just being a good person. Just it brings like an interesting perspective on just having some sort of a moral compass, and like wherever you get it from, it doesn't really matter, but it gets you to like the same space of like being a good person and like moving forward and with integrity and like making sure that you're doing the right thing when nobody's watching. Like that kind of principle, I guess, kind of really comes into play a lot of the time in his. And even though he went through all these ups and downs.
You make me want to debate you, bro. Let's do an episode where we ask each other hard questions. I'm like, ever since you said that, I'm not even thinking about Cry Like a Man. I'm like, okay, like
Go ahead.
what's like, what do you base morality off of? It's subjective if you don't have some sort of point of reference. But
um
I don't want to do this now. I feel like both of us, like, we should stay on par with this because we're gonna be hella choppy. Just knowing that this is a conversation we could have, I'd love to do that if you're down.
yeah, that'd be interesting for
Yeah, you can
sure.
make fun of Christians, and I can like try to understand like um what else do you got going.
Yeah.
It's anyways. Go ahead. Sorry, I that's a great point, and I'm glad you said it because I even made sure my dad had a chance to share his faith, because towards the end he started getting into it, and I like wanted him to keep going because that's his that's his world, that's his worldview, that's his reality. So I was like,
Yeah, for sure. And even on that note too, I like distinctly remember one of the things he said was about like the man like knowing your role, and like the
Protect and
man
provide.
yeah, protect and provide, and the woman is like the I forget exactly what he said, was like
Um,
the like nurture and like essentially like nurture and homemaker. I'm probably butchering exactly how he said it, but all I was thinking of was like,
I'll clip the video. It'll be cool. We'll
yeah,
reference our own shit.
what I when he said that, I like in my mind, I'm like, I understand that's his like point of view, but I was like, damn, that is like an old school point of view. Like I was thinking to myself, like, I'd be mad cool if like I was the person at home and like someone else was out being a doctor and like being the provider. So like to me, I think that
All right, bro.
the
Andrew Tate's next
gender,
guest.
yeah, right. I think that it's funny that like that was the case, and I was just like, dude, the gender roles to me are like so, I don't know, unnecessary. Of like it can be any way. Like there can be two women in the case, like when then how do you know like which one follows which role in that case? So Jason Wilson, that guy, he had a really rough time, like in his upbringing, like his brother passing away, dealing with all that stuff, and then like
His best friend, that was the most insane thing ever. His
yeah,
best friend was in a different classroom. A kid was worried about getting jumped because a bunch of rumors were going around that a bunch of kids were gonna get like all jumped on their way out of school. I think it was like last day of school. So everybody brought guns and shit. And this one guy was playing with it and then shot it. It went through the wall and hit Jason Wilson's best friend in the head and killed her.
yeah, it's
Crazy.
crazy.
Insane.
It
And then
almost
his
like,
dad was like a womanizer shit, like what it would be like for him to just get picked up with girlfriends, and like what that did to him. And that was really hard for him to process. And just his yearning to have my dad was talking about showing up to all my games. Reading that shit was like, fuck, man, that was so hard. His dad wouldn't even show up, and his dad didn't even know he like missed the catch, right?
yeah,
Like
and
his biggest fuck up.
he tried for a long time. Like he tried for a long time to get him to come. And then it even talked about too, kind of coming full circle at the end of his life, and like towards the end of his dad's life, like he basically just said like, hey, I forgive you, and like you were a good dad. And
That
he kind
was
of just,
sad. Full
yeah, he
circle.
just cast all of that aside. And like I think it kind of hits on something that you've talked about before too, is like keeping score, bro. Like that Jason is in the book, at least, and I'm sure his personality, because he like, where is he? He's from Detroit, right? I think I want to say it was Detroit, and he like basically like rehabilitates like kids that are like going through hardship, and like basically helps them along their
Let me
path.
see if I wrote it down.
Um, but anyway, he was like the prime example of how he's not keeping score, man. He can, like if he was keeping score with his dad, he would be like, dude, at the end of life, he'd be like, fuck you, man. Like
Right,
I
right.
don't owe
The
you
scales are
anything.
so tipped.
There's nothing that you like to get out of me. Like I'm not gonna come help you with anything. I'm not gonna be there. Like you were never there for me. Like he could have just held all of that pent up energy. And he really didn't, man. He kind of just let it all go. He did the thing. And I think, dude, honestly, like the way the book ended, I like copied the quote at the end because I wanted to talk about it on here. And here's how it goes. It says, for decades, I thought power was based on how much weight you could lift, how many men you could knock out. Now I realize anyone untrained can lift a dumbbell or break a jaw. But real power is when a man can navigate through the pressures of this world without succumbing to his negative emotions. To feel something painful, not push it away. To cry, just cry like a man. I was like, damn, that's like pretty
Bars.
powerful stuff, man. Just like being able to take that information in and just sit with something and then be okay with it, and then kind of move on and move past it by actually grieving, like through loss or through whatever the thing is. And he talks so much about loss in the whole book that I think that's almost like the what he's talking about, like a way to cope and like truly like grieve and go through your what do they call it, the 7 steps of grief. Is that what it's called?
I'm not sure.
Maybe. Go ahead.
No, no, no. I was just but I understand. Like it was it was very sad book. There was a lot of stuff that you're just like, damn, I can't imagine. Damn, like that would suck, like it was just so much negative. And um the mom, right? Like when she couldn't take the passing of her son, the dude left her, and like just all these like horrible things, man. So it it was a great book. It was very well written. The guy seems like a great guy. Obviously, like he's really about the people and doing right. And he was on the Breakfast Club. I showed you he was on Rogan. I mean, there's some cool content out there if you want to not read the book, but just hear him being questioned and his truth. So shout out Jason Wilson for writing that book, man. That's a future manifested guest, right? Why not?
Yeah, that guy was awesome. Maybe we should have him on when we debate religion.
Oh shit. I mean, if he's
Just
on my
playing.
side, it's lit.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
it's a lot of firepower on one side.
Yeah.
um, but no, actually, on that note, and I know that we have kind of kissed on it and we're kind of ping ponging back and forth, but today I started a podcast about religion, which I had thought I was going to have no interest in, but it's been incredibly interesting.
Dude,
Um,
I dead ass the way you just worded that, like it sounded like you started one.
oh, no, 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 no,
You
no, no,
started
no,
listening.
no, no, no. Started
I'm like,
listening.
this
My
man's not
fault.
religious, and he
No, no,
started
no,
a
no, 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 no,
podcast
no, 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 no.
on anti-religion. What the
No,
fuck?
no, no, no. No, I'm listening to Dax Shepard talk about it with like an expert. Like he's got like a bazillion degrees. And they kind of are talking about all of it, and it is really, really interesting.
Okay.
I might have to send it your way if you got some time to like in the morning or in the afternoon when you're picking Jasmine up from work or something. It might be something good for you to pop on and listen to. But
Do yoga, listen.
that's right. I don't know. No, I need like sounds of rain and like crashing waves when I do yoga. I don't want to listen to people debate about religion or talk about almost anything. I want to hear
Yeah, right. No, it's lit.
yeah.
I tried meditating for a while, like the Calm app. Shout out them. That shit was fire.
Dude, I used to meditate every day, but now I think it's just taken a different form. Now I think it's like my waking up and reading and like doing that thing. And dude, I've been studying my ass off for this test too, man. Like every
Right.
time I get, I'm like taking some questions and trying to make it happen. And especially when I'm going down and deploying, I'm gonna have that test bank with me, and I'm just gonna be blasting through that stuff because there's no way I'm gonna spend $350 to fail a test. That's for sure.
I get it. No, I get it. Well, good for you, man. Making it happen. Sayers
Dude,
and doers, yeah.
it is so different though, man. Like I forget every single time that I'm not exposed to it for a little bit. But the medical field is like the ultimate vocabulary test, like the one that is just on steroids. Like
What,
it's
you
like,
watch Grey's Anatomy or something?
oh no, dude, I fucking should though. It would probably help
Dude,
because they're just talking,
shout out Jason. She's the main character. The Catherine, or
Stop,
what's her
dude.
name? What's Yang?
I don't know. I don't know
Christina
what her name.
Yang. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
bro. I literally made okay. I'm gonna show a picture of my wife, and I'm gonna put this chick, and you're gonna see that they look the same. And like waiters, random ass people have gone up to Jasmine forever and be like, "Yo, you look like the girl from Grey's Anatomy." So I dead ass on some creative shit created a shirt for her that says, "Yes, I've watched Grey's Anatomy," and on the back it's Christina Yang's face, and it says, "Yes, I know I look like her." And
Damn.
it was so funny. Yeah. So Grey's Anatomy, um, Jackson could be a stunt double. She just got to toughen up a little bit. She can make some money.
Dude, that's funny. But I need to start watching it though for real because the amount of vocabulary that's going into this, and it's not even a crazy amount, but it's like they're talking like planes of motion, they're talking like joints, like so
Like
many big words.
blunts and like
Yeah, not those kind. But like all this, like there's a wild amount of vocabulary going on. They're talking about like sectors of the heart, all these things. HIPAA, HIPAA stuff for like medical record keeping and all that. And it's like, holy shit, man. So it's a lot of stuff to learn. And it's so, I don't know if it could be further from what I do on a day to day basis, honestly. Like flying a
just
plane and doing
imposter
that
syndrome.
are like, yeah, fuck. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully not after I pass the test. It'll feel like a little bit more real. That's
Hell
kind
yeah.
of part of the reason why I'm doing it. Like even the $350 and doing the test, and I think I'll be able to ask the gym owner for a raise after working there for a year and passing the exam. That's kind of the goal. But I think even more so, like even if she says no, like I don't really care because I think it'll help me feel more validated in the stuff that I've been doing. Um, because yeah, man, like my heart's still definitely with coaching, but there's days where I'm like, fucking hey, dude. Like I still still getting paid to do this. And although like any Joe Schmo could just be doing what I'm doing, you know.
Oh, interesting. I hear you. That's what's up though, man.
Yeah, sitting with that is, you know, it's tough sometimes, but I still got a buddy and I've been pretty open with him. The one like my most consistent personal training client. Shout out to Cole. He started listening to the pod.
Oh,
He's
no way.
like, he blasted through like 4 episodes in a day. He was at work and was just listening to us talk. I was like, God bless him. This,
Okay.
this guy's a rider.
Shout out Cole.
But
What's up, bro?
he's still showing up, man, like all the time. We didn't get to do a workout today because he said that he had some stuff pop up, but um he's somebody that I've been super open with it about. And he like even he rattled it back off to me. He's like, imposter syndrome. And I was like, damn, dude, you were
You said you
listening.
fucking
So
quoting me
yeah, I
now?
know. And it's
How
like
about
I'm and
this? Cole, I don't know you, but if you listen to this and we know you listen to this, let Blaze know and we'll get you a shirt.
yes,
We'll make you a How
he'll
You Been
dig
Bro
it.
shirt.
He'll dig it.
He has to listen. You can't tell him.
I won't tell him. I won't tell him.
Nobody else. You guys aren't special. It's Cole. Shout out Cole. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Appreciate
but
the fans that we do have, right? It's cool that
yeah,
people, you got 18 people listening to you every week. That's dope. We've had hundreds of views, but the consistent people, like, they really tap in. That's what's up.
yeah, it's awesome, man. It's been awesome. And then yeah, I think people are really gonna like John too. My buddy is he's an awesome guy. You'll be able to tell pretty quickly that he's, you know, a guy you'd like to be around for sure. I'm bummed that the episode of my brother, the audio didn't come out good, but maybe we'll get him back at some point and tell him to buy some new headphones, dude. Because he told us right before, he was like, the headphones are
Yeah.
nice, don't worry. They're really good. And
Well, how about this? I'll tell you this. After I edit this and I know that we're locked in for this week, I'll go back and see if there's anything I can do. Because if I can, we could always release it on another. We could release both two. How about that? We release two. Like, we'll do this. The next one's John after that, but then we can release Talon plus what's the next episode at the same day. So there's the one with the harder quality, but then everybody that listens is gonna know that the other one's what's up.
yeah, I mean,
Fair?
I don't really care either way. We can put it
Oh, I
out
thought you were
and
saying no. That's why I was saying all that.
no. I'm down for it to be released. I am kind of bummed that the audio came out the way it did. And if it is truly that rough, you know, but honestly, if you can take it and you think that people will get something out of it, then there's no reason not to
Right.
release it, hold it in a vault, you know.
Uh, Super random, but I know we should close soon. I just watched this horror movie, and Blaze, like, it's one of the best horror movies I've seen in forever. I really want you to watch this.
You want me to
Okay.
watch a horror
I want you
film?
to watch this, okay? And I want the people that listen to watch this, but you can't watch the trailer. You just got to go in blind.
Does it
It's
ruin it?
called No, oh, I guess because I watched it blind and then watched the trailer. I'm like, they show way too much. So
uh
go in completely blind and watch the movie Malignant.
Malignant. I gotta
Malignant,
write that down.
and it's James Wan's the director. James Wan did one of the Saws. He did the Conjuring series. Like, he's a heavy hitter. So Malignant, watch that shit, bro. Total original concept to my knowledge. I watched a bunch of shit after because I was like, that was fucking insane. Um, Crazy movie. Please watch that shit. If you could watch that before the next podcast, that would be awesome. There's a little challenge if you're down. But and you need me to send you $4 to fucking rent it on YouTube, so be it. Make this shit happen.
I don't need you to send me $4, Alex. I can
I
scrounge together the four
I'm just
dollars.
saying, like, if it's a
Yo,
chore
actually,
on me.
speaking of which, today, shout out to Chelsea. She bought me just kind of, we were sitting there in passing or like sitting on the couch the other day. And I was talking about like my buddy, he has toe spacers. I don't know if you know what those are,
I
but
have no idea what the hell.
it's basically like little like things that hold your toes apart and it helps you like
Oh, I thought you
um
said toast.
no toe spacers.
Toast Pacers. Okay.
Yeah. But they're supposed to help you
Is that
have
that
like
click 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 thing where like it
Yeah. And
straightens out?
toast kind of goes down and then it comes up and it's like cooked and you put butter and
What?
now I'm really fucking you up.
What the fuck?
No. Toe spacers. So a lot of women will probably know because when they get their feet done, I think they put them on there so that when you get your nails done on your toes, then you're not like getting all the paint like all over your feet, basically.
Got it.
So they make these things that you can just throw on, and it's supposed to help you with like your foot, and it helps you like because when you wear feet, when you wear shoes, I'm high now.
We
What the
both
fuck?
smoked.
But when you wear shoes, like your toes get really cramped in there, and it's like really bad for your feet. It's bad for your balance. It's not good for like the way you run.
Gosh,
You
you're
know,
like you read one chapter and you're a fucking doctor, aren't
bro,
you?
there's a bunch. There's
I'm
so
just
much
kidding.
research about it,
I'm
and
just
there's
kidding. I'm
I
just
didn't read
kidding.
a chapter. I've been watching videos. So
All
what
right,
the
for
ass.
sure, for sure. YouTube.
But anyway, so I was like saying in passing, like on the couch, I was like, you know what? You can get me for Christmas. You can get me toe spacers because I know they're like $10 to get. And then today, dude, we got a box from Amazon, and she was like, "Look what I got you," and she pulls it out, dude, toe spacers, and I was like, "Damn." Then she
Christmas is
goes,
early. Now you
she
get nothing?
said, I know. That's what I said. I was like, now the coal is coming. But
Wait,
because we have a six and a
you're
half,
you're the guy you're training is coming?
no, Jesus,
No,
now
I'm just
you're.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, bro, how much weed
No,
did you
I'm
smoke,
just kidding.
dude?
I'm just fucking with you now.
But yeah, so I was like, damn, like, and she said you can wear them on the drive down because we got a 6.5 hour drive tomorrow after I get off of work. So I'm like thinking about how I'm gonna have just my feet, my bare feet hanging out my fucking window, and people are gonna see my toe spacer feet hanging
Dang,
outside.
you're gonna be a stay-at-home dad soon.
That's right. No, man. I used to make fun of all the people that wore those 5 finger toe shoes, and I'm like, man, now they must have been onto something.
Shit. Well, I just wear Vans like every single day.
You probably have really flat feet, huh?
I got long ass toes, tell you that.
Oh
That's nothing to do with
gosh, like
anything, but
Seattle Space Needle style right
I
there.
got that's hilarious.
Bro.
I got finger toes, dog. So
Bro,
big toe right next to it is as big as my pinky.
dude,
I can
I
put my
do.
pinky up into it. I'm like, that's the same
That's
shit.
gnarly,
That John's
dude.
crazy.
I do need to tell you, maybe we should keep the name. I'll keep her name anonymous. There is somebody that works out at my gym up here in Sacramento who she gets paid money to send pictures of her feet to a dude.
Oh, she sells feet pics. People
She
joke
sells
about that
feet
all the
pics.
time.
No, but it's real. It is super real. So,
Uh,
um,
how much did she charge you?
yeah, I actually spend $500 a month. No, as a
God
subscription
damn.
base, it's a subscription base. It's much cheaper.
Gosh.
But
And you want to
but
do a
I,
podcast.
yeah, bro, I was asking her. I was like, dude, how much money did you get spent? And or did the guy spend? He sent her $250 for like 4 pictures of her feet, bro.
Bro, she's not telling you what she's really doing. She's gonna make it seem like it's just photos. She's probably doing some weird ass shit, bro.
No.
You
Well, I
trust
hope.
her.
I don't know. I
Why the fuck would
fuck.
I
I
tell
don't
you if I
know.
did weird shit? I would just tell you I'm getting paid.
I guess. Yeah. I guess you might have a point.
I mean, we can believe her. I'm down.
Maybe we should have her on. We'll
Yeah.
have her on, and I'll be like, hey,
Just
this
send one
is.
of them. I'll put it in
I'll
the
be like,
camera roll.
bro. I'll be like,
I'm
bro.
dead.
Ask her about her feet. Ask her about her feet.
No, we need to get the guy on the podcast. That's
Oh
not
my
him.
gosh, that'd be so interesting.
It's John, bro.
Oh my god,
Plot
no,
twist.
it's not John. It's not John. Oh, it might be John. He might be into foot stuff.
Wait, does Cole know her?
It wasn't. No, I don't think so.
Okay, I was gonna put Cole in a pickle. I was gonna ask him.
No, it's not him. But yeah, man, we got an exciting weekend. Did you decide what you're gonna be for Halloween? Are you gonna dress
I
up
don't
or
know if
no?
I'm doing shit, bro. I told you I'm off, man. I
I
don't
know,
know.
but
And I'm telling you, the whole binge drinking thing's bothering me. Last two times I drink way too much. Even last night, we went to Roy's. As soon as I was one drink in, starting my second, I was feeling it because it's my first meal of the day. I got fucked up eating habits and I only eat dinner. So I was lit, bro. And I didn't even want to eat like the short ribs. tastes amazing, but once I start drinking, I don't want to eat. I just want to drink. So I got pretty lit. And then as soon as I got home, I smoked. So I was like, damn, I'm crushed. Like, and then on Gail's wedding too, bro, at the end, I smoked with her dad and I had drank the whole gentleman's by myself and I was kitting Trulies and I was just fucking having a great time. And it was like an awkward car ride back with Jade and Isabel because apparently I was drunk talking and shit. You know, I didn't black out. So I remember talking, but just nobody matches my vibe. So it's like weird.
Yeah, that's you'd be a fish out of water for sure. I feel like
Yeah.
in that car.
So I
Yeah.
had a great time. I like the crew I was kicking with the wedding towards the end. Like we were having a great time. So like to each his own. And I got to
Yeah.
tell you this one thing. It's about a timeout, but funny shit that happened is we were smoking and Harvey's dad was pretty lit. And bro, it took me so long to roll this joint, and he lit the wrong side. He was so lit, he lit the filter, and it hurt so bad. We were all dying. But anyways, we should wrap up. We should wrap up. We gotta
All
go.
right.
Well,
Yeah, see
peace
ya.
out, bro.
Yeah, later, bye.